Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Hope we are doing all okay today on this Sunday afternoon. Just making sure the music's alright. It's going to be playing in the background. Perfect. So today we're going to be working on a couple of things. We're going to be working on Wesley and Jess. I've already done Mia for the scene I need her in, but we're going to be working on Jess and Wesley here, and then I'll edit the frame that I'm working on, which is them walking through the jungle, and then we're going to move on to a potentially spoiler frame, so I'll have to blur everything so you can't see it, but hopefully it should be all good. Hello, never not so clever at this. It says, "Let's light this candle." Woo! Yeah, so I was actually looking for this shot of Jess from the side. Just seeing if there's the lines. Oh. No, that's not it. Hello, Jurassic Theory. Hello, Krask. Ah, there we go. That's a good one. So if I don't know if my nephew is about, but he should be watching today, maybe. He's been drawing fan art, his own personal fan art of Dino-Defenders, and it's been very sweet. And I told him about the live streams and stuff, and I've sent my sister, his mum, a link to see if he'll watch along. Now I don't know if he'll be watching on the phone or on the TV or anything, but if he wanted to say hello, if they have a YouTube account, they can talk in the chat. So let us know he's there. But if not, my sister can message on WhatsApp or whatever. But just thought it was kind of sweet that he might be watching along. Hello, Ilya. Okay, so Jess, let's get this right. So we're gonna do this. Lines Jess. Right. Now she's going to be carrying a weapon. That line's a bit too thick. That's a bit too thin. Can we do a middle? Yes, we can. Alright, perfect. So what I'm going to do is, firstly, I'm just going to blow out this candle we have in our room because it has a crackling wick, and I just realised it's crackling in the background, so you might be picking it up. So 1 second. There we go. Right. Where were we? We've done a nose so far. And I want to make her hair a little bit more scraggly. We'll try and get this done. So like over the past week I managed to get a good chunk of frames done, and now this means we're into sort of the most spoilery territory, like all the secrets of Dino-Defenders are coming up. So even, like I said before in the past, even the backgrounds contain spoilers, so it's like I have to play my cards close to the chest. Where are we looking? We don't need this one anymore. Oh, actually, do we? Do I have Wesley on the side? Oh yeah, I kind of do. But I can come to Wesley in a minute. Oh no, actually, let me see if I can find that. Wesley, where are you? So many layers on this character sheet. There we go, that's the perfect one. Oh, that's even better. I'm just going to bring that over, ready for when we do Wesley. Let's call it West. So we want Jess lines. Jess she just has that sort of line in her ear, doesn't she? So it's just like that. Just a little flick of a line inside the ear to be the inside of the earlobe. Okay. So she is... I need to open up a frame. Or a bit of a frame from episode 4, which is this one. So she's got this weapon. Just want to copy that. Oh no, because I've got her here, haven't I, for the colours? I don't need that. What I do need is to open up a frame so I can see the damage that Jess has sustained. Let me just open this one up with a preview. Okay, let's open up this one. See, she has like a cut on her head. Jurassic Theory says this is very spoilery. Well, no, you don't even know. You don't even know the half of it. This isn't very spoilery. I think I've shown these frames on previous streams. What am I doing? I'm not thinking straight today. Let me open up. Hello, Katie. I need characters free. There we go. This is where I can get Wesley's gun and the stun gun. Wesley's gun and the stun gun. And we're going to put Wesley's gun there and the stun gun. I'll need Natalie Ward is spamming the chat. And if she keeps spamming, she'll get a banning. Simple as that. Do-do-do. Boom, 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 boom. You spam, you get banned. Well, you get put in a timeout. That's all I've done. Put her in a timeout. Think about what she did. Stun gun 1. So now I need to get the lines right. And she holds... where is it? She right hand on the trigger, left hand on the thing, so she'll be... No, I think Never Not So Clever at This was saying she was rude. Jurassic Theory. not me. Maybe the gun needs to be moved a little bit more. Hello, Mikey. Seems like Wesley is wound up for some reason. Oh, yes, he is. Jurassic Fury says, I love the end song in episode 3. Yeah, my friend Drew. It's good musician. Very good musician. So this, like, drawing the body and stuff will take a little while because I've got to make sure I get it right. Hello, Matchy. She's wearing shorts, isn't she? So Matchy says, I'm not late. That late. No, you're 15 minutes. That's all. Got plenty of time. Now, I don't know if you guys have noticed, but I don't know if you have, but in the description under this video, you can go and join the the Terradome 3000 Discord group. I've added a link in there for the Discord group, which is kicked off nicely. It's the only place on the internet where you can get Cooper from Jurassic Park 3 emojis. So, if that's your thing, you can go join. So it should be an open link, so, and there's all sorts of conversations going on in there. But I want to give a shout out to Miguel Elstridge. I can't even pronounce the name, but Miguel has basically set that up for me, and yeah, it's been a lot of fun so far. We don't want the jeans to be too tight. They look kind of ridiculous. No, we want the legs, because basically I'm animating them like a marionette puppet. So let me open up. I'll show you the test I've done for this frame that I've worked on. So this was the test I've done when it wants to load. So this is the frame I'm technically working on. So I did this test where it shows Mia walking through the jungle, and because I'm not animating their legs or anything, I'm like just bobbing them up and down. Like they do look kind of funny, but so I don't necessarily need to have her legs like moving or anything. Hello, Big Shark. But this you might have seen on Instagram, or if you're part of the Discord, I posted about these backgrounds that I did. So 2 layers, and there's a bit of light in there as well, and it goes from dark to light. So that was the test one, and that worked really well. So really, I should just maybe Jess's legs. No. No, that's not how it should go. Mikey says those guns look formidable. Yeah, I wanted my tasers to look awesome. And also, I think I said this on a live stream in the past, but like, you know that head, the mind reader device that Doc Brown invents in Back to the Future? Like, the end of the gun is a little bit based on that, because I wanted it to be that kind of, you can kind of see how it's constructed, which is why there's like exposed wires and whatnot. There we go. That's better. So if I literally just have her legs be sort of in a neutral position, it won't be too odd looking, I think. And like Mia's legs, you see they just stretch on, you're not really going to see the bottom, so I don't need to do that. Might actually twist the legs just a little bit. Hello, Loon. Loon dos Santos Haruda. Welcome. Nice, you joined the Discord server. Yes, for those who just joined, the Terradome 3000 Discord server is open for business, and the link is in the description below. Now, if you notice, the gun now looks a bit too small for Jess, so what I need to do is match it to... Because if we open up, oh, I need that frame again. This one. See, she's holding it like that. Okay, I think that's good. Now what I need to do is get a new layer. We'll add the colour. Jess colour. Go. Get her ear. Hello, BT. James Thompson. How are we doing? It's a long time no see in the streams. I have to remember she's got her red shirt on underneath. Oh, and I need to do her hood better. I just realised her hood is looking a bit weak. She's got a weak sauce hood. Needs to be a bit better than that. So if we shoot. Okay, Natalie, you had one chance. You had one chance, and you've now blown it by spamming. Hi, Titan of Serpents. Never Not So Clever. This says, do you think the Aliens franchise has room for a Camp Cretaceous style show? Yes. I mean, I'm saying that cynically. Like, yes, they all have room for that sort of show, but I don't want it. Do. Thank you for the $2 tip, Big Shark. That is most kind of you. Yeah, James Thompson says, to be honest, they tried to make an Aliens cartoon. Yeah, Operation Aliens it was called. I mentioned it in the pitch video for Dino-Defenders. Like, I bet Operations Aliens would have been really fun. Wouldn't have been canon to anything, but I think it would have been a laugh. I mean, I would have loved it as a kid, I reckon. But Katie says, I liked your nephew's drawing on Instagram, Jack. He has to come on board when he's older. Yeah, he might be watching in a minute. They're having lunch, and then I just got a message off my sister saying they're having lunch. But then my nephew might watch along. I don't know if he'll be in the chat because I don't know if they have a YouTube channel or whatever. To add to the chat, but yeah, he might be joining us today. Time of Serpent says, I thought today was a spoiler day. It is. I'm just finishing up a frame that actually wasn't that spoilery, so I figured I could do it on today's stream, and then the next frame I'll start working on once I've got Wesley done. If we've got time, we'll be moving on to a very, very spoilery thing. So I had to, I had that layer on OBS of the blur. I had to make it even blurrier, so because when I was animating the Tanastropheus, people were sort of kind of guessing what's happening, so I was like, okay, I need to make it more blurry. So I've done that, so hopefully it should be okay. And I believe I've got a video to play over it if it's too much. Like if it's not blurry enough, I've got a video to just bung over it. That I can play in the background, but we'll see. We'll see when we get there. But there is going to be spoilers today. Hopefully, if I can get Mia and Wesley done quick enough, which shouldn't, and edit the frame, which shouldn't take too long, really. But we'll see. We'll see. There's always things always go a little bit longer than anticipated. Hello, Marinos says, it looks real nice. Thank you very much. Excited for this new episode, says Loon. Yes. I posted on the Terradome Discord that for some perspective, there was about 150 frames I painted for episode 3. And so far I'm coming up to 50 for episode 4. So if around 150 frames is the average, then you can see how far away we are from the ending. But the thing is, I could get this done really quickly if I didn't have frames where there was animation of the dinosaurs. The animation, that's what takes a long time, because I'm doing like each animation cell bit by bit. And obviously with the baby and everything, it's like a balance of home life and work and all that sort of stuff. So like a frame I worked on the other day, which is like 3 seconds long. It took me over a month to finish because the animation cells were quite complex, and I had to make sure the details were right. So I was chipping away at it, and eventually I got it done. But once the animation cells are done, it's like I get loads of frames done, which are like there's no animation or anything, like just or very simple animation. I can just breeze through it. So we'll see how fast this goes, but we're in a good. I would say we're in kind of a good momentum at the moment. These Sunday streams help a lot, and I do get some other stuff done during the week. But yeah, hopefully it won't take too much longer. Maybe the joke is like episode 4 will release once COVID-19 disappears, which is never. Currently playing Resident Evil 2 right now, says Big Shark. Nice. Resident Evil 4. Yeah, exactly. Well, I mean, COVID's not going to go anywhere. It's just how do we adapt to it? That's the thing. Okay, now if we open up this frame, we can see the damage on her face. She's got a scratch down this cheek. Hello, E-Picking Edward. Water letters, not Epic King Edward, but E-Picking. Welcome. He says dinosaur. Mikey says, I think COVID is going to be around a while longer, so important to keep positive though. Lots of chocolate for me. Oh God. I'm trying to cut down on the chocolate. It's too much over Christmas. Over the Christmas period. I didn't do the wounds on that. I'm just wondering if there's any other frames of Jess where I've got a side view. Oh, there's one. Here we go. So she has that cut on the side of her face. We're not really going to see that. And there's no other real damage to her clothes or anything. Maybe I'll add a little something extra just to give that little bit of damage. James says, never said congrats on the baby, so congrats. Well, thank you, man. She is the best thing in the world. Absolutely love her to bits. It's amazing the difference in how you view the world when you have a child. You think it's obvious when you don't have one. You're like, oh yeah, obviously. But when you actually have one, it cuts deep and it's different. But yeah, absolutely love her. Love her to bits. You might even be able to hear her in the background. She's got a big set of lungs on her, and she loves to make noises and scream. She likes to just scream, like not in a bad way or anything. She'll just go. Ah! She just finds it funny. Trying to work out where to put this light and then get her eyebrows. She's a dinosaur, yeah. So, just going off on a tangent about Dino-Defenders for a second. I rewatched episode 1 the other day when I was doing the washing up. I thought, oh, you know what, I'll put episode 1 on because I want to just see how it holds up, because I haven't actually sat down and watched it for a while. And I realised that when it comes to doing the final big movie version of this, where I stick all the chapters together, I probably will go back and redo some frames on episode 1 and maybe even redo some dialogue, just to punch it up a bit. Obviously it won't change anything story wise, but just some of the writing is a bit naff, and I just want to like punch it up a bit. So I'll say the final version of Dino-Defenders, the big movie version, you can kind of look at it as like a director's cut. It's gonna, even though the whole thing's a director's cut, it's like it's gonna be slightly different to the chapters that we see here, slightly more refined, because I get to go back and, you know, re-tackle things from a different perspective, because like there's things I know now that I didn't when I was doing episode 1 that I would like to incorporate into episode 1, and maybe, well, I'll just go through all of it and see, tweak it and make sure it's the best thing I can make. Plus it'll make the movie version different. Hello David, and Big Shark says, nice Jack, going to do a special edition. Yes. Never not sign of an opera singer says never not so clever at this. Yeah, she might be. E Picking Edward says, so Dino-Defenders is basically lesbians and dinosaurs. No. No. Honestly, I can't wait for episode 4 to be out. Just because it's really just going to put to bed a lot of the, like, what is the series about, really. Legendary says, but which one is canon? Which version will be canon? I'd say the special edition will be the most canon version, because that's the actual finalized version. But that's one of the things about this show that I was thinking about from the beginning. It's like, unlike what we're doing now, where you can see the process behind the scenes, like you can watch what I'm doing, the making of it and stuff. It's like the internet provides a different way of doing things, and for me, like creating a cartoon series from scratch and showing everyone as much of the process as possible from beginning to end, so all the trials and tribulations, the ups and downs, like you guys can join me on the journey. And I have used this analogy before in the past, but it's like I'm playing a video game that's really long and slow, and eventually the boss battle at the end is the final version. And so it's like you're following my exploits through this, almost like a video game of like trying to do stuff, learning different skills and tricks to the animation and all that sort of stuff. So, but the final version is going to be the final canon version, because that's what we're building up to. That's the ultimate. What are your thoughts on West Side Story? Asks David. I think I saw it once years ago, so I don't really have any thoughts on it. I know Spielberg's done a remake of it, or like he's worked on a remake. I don't even know if that's come out yet. You can definitely tell my animation has improved. Oh, leaps and bounds. That's one of the frames. Like one of the frames I want to redo in episode 1 is the shot of the Camarasaurus rising up, and maybe even the Well, I don't know if I will do the Kentrosaurus one, but the one of the... I think it looks a bit too janky, so I want to like refine it a little bit more. It won't take long to do that, but yeah, that's one of the frames I want to redo. I want to redo the intro, like when they're in the helicopter. Punch up some of the dialogue there. Because it'll be good to go back knowing how the story plays out and where the characters are going to end up, and sort of links some stuff back to the beginning and that. Do some more foreshadowing. Why not the Kentrosaurus one? Asked Titan of Severs. Because that was the moment when I animated that frame. That was the moment when I was like, I'm gonna fully animate the dinosaurs. Like originally I wasn't going to, but that one, I don't know. It's kind of nice because it's meant to be like I don't want to George Lucas it too much. Is what I'm saying. Like I don't want to George Lucas it too much. I want to do like Ridley Scott's director cut of Alien or James Cameron's cut of Aliens. Like it's the same, but so it's like you don't touch up all the effects or anything. You just, if something's too jarring, then you sort of tweak it. But ones that work, they work, you know. But it's not. There might even be some sounds that I add in. I was going to ask Luke, the composer, if there was anything he wanted to change in episode 1, like redo some of the music, because he's obviously grown in his skills. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. But I've been thinking about that a lot. Like when we come to that, that's going to be the big finale. Ooh, what's going on here? It's like poetry, it rhymes, says Legendary. Yes, it's like poetry. Tweak that a little bit so it looks like she's holding it at an angle. And just add some shadow under there. Okay. So we've got Jess done. Jess is done. I might just stretch her legs a little bit more. It's like that scene in Naked Gun 33 1/3 when he looks up at, what was it, Anna Nicole Smith's legs, and she has like 2 sets of knees. Okay, perfect. Right, Wesley. I don't know, have I got a shot of Wesley from the side? That's the thing, like I swear... You know what, I might actually... Oh, what the hell am I talking about? There's one right here. I'll just tweak this one. Get rid of that. Wasn't that the movie with the geriatric park joke? Yes, it was, yeah. Right, Wesley lines. Let's get Wesley's layer new. The Mega Raptor just needs a Snickers. Yeah. Just so I can use it as like a guide as to what I'm doing. Obviously, eyes and nose. The ear should be actually up here. He's at an angle in the other picture, so I just need to... Because when you're drawing people, the bottom of the nose and the top of the eye is meant to be like in line with the ear. But we'll see. David asks, how do you feel about the King Kong anime series coming out? Cautiously optimistic. I mean, the fact that it's an anime gives me hope that it might be a little bit more adult in content. I'm not talking about blood or anything, but like on the sort of actual same level as the MonsterVerse that it's set in. But if it's anything like Camp Cretaceous, then I probably won't care too much about it. Okay. Now you can see Wesley's head is a little bit too... Legendary says Godzilla was an anime but very boring. Well, that's the thing. I personally, I actually liked those Godzilla animes they did, those 3 movies, the trilogy. So if it was like those, then I'm happy. What are your thoughts on the new Godzilla vs. Kong trailer? Are you excited? Yes, I am. I'm absolutely excited. That trailer was awesome. Pop music for the trailer aside, I thought it was a good, really hype-inducing trailer. Well worth the wait. The only thing that's got me worried about that movie, and it's not really a big worry because the human aspect of the Godzilla movies I've always looked at as like they're secondary. The monsters just fighting and stuff, that's where the fun is. Like all the Godzilla films I'm talking about, except for maybe even the first one ever. Wait, now I need to look up how Wesley holds the gun. There you go. Ooh. So he's right-handed as well. He's the same as Jess. Get his gun and then put it in the right way. Yeah, the only thing that's got me worried about is the Millie Bobby Brown and the guy from Christmas Chronicles 2. That subplot, because I could see that might be the most contentious part of it. I could be wrong, it could be the most fun part, I don't know, character-wise. But that seems like the bit that I'll be least bothered by, is their whatever they're doing, their little exploits in the van when they're driving around or whatever. But that's like a minimal nitpick because like I enjoyed Godzilla King of the Monsters, but just because it was insane, and I didn't really care for the human characters that much. And there'll be some people out there who would really want to care for the human characters, but I don't know. It's just that they're not that type of movie for me. Even down to like Gareth Edwards' Godzilla, like aside from Bryan Cranston's character. Like, who really cared about any of the other characters? Like, the movies are more about, like, just... Well, from my opinion, is they're more about just, like, the spectacle of these giant monsters attacking things and how they resolve it. Crass says, I like the Godzilla anime's interpretation of the kaijus, especially Ghidorah. Yes, yeah. Ghidorah was terrifying in that. Titan of Serpent says, I'll go back to what I laughed at in a minute. He says, I'm really glad you decided to animate the dinosaurs, because if anything were to be animated, you know people would want it to be the dinosaurs. Yeah, exactly. It's like, and plus it's fun to see them, you know, animated. And I do animate the people sometimes in that. It all just depends on the shot in question. Like when John gets his arm bitten off, it's like he's animated in that scene as well. So it's not only the dinosaurs, but then, like, originally it was only going to be the dinosaurs, but then I was like, you know what? Some of these frames deserve to have, like, a lot of animation. So it's evolved. Part of me was thinking, do I want to go back through the whole series for the movie and take each frame and then do more animation in each frame? Like, spend the time refining every single frame so there's a lot of animation, and then the whole thing is animated from start to finish. But I don't know if I'm going to do that. Anyway, what I laughed at a minute ago is Never Not So Clever at this saying, I'm sorry, but the tragedy of Nyctatopolis is fascinating. I do worry about... there was someone in the trailer for Godzilla vs. Kong pointing out that there looks like a Mechagodzilla's in it. And obviously in the trailer they're like, Godzilla's attacking people and we don't know why. And part of me's worried, if that's true, that what they're doing is it's Godzilla vs. Kong, but Kong is actually fighting Mechagodzilla. Because obviously in the original Godzilla versus Mechagodzilla, like, it starts off with Godzilla attacking things, and then it's revealed that it's actually Mechagodzilla. So I'm worried they'll go that route, because I'm like, if they do that, then that kind of sucks. Like, I want Godzilla to fight Kong, like the actual two creatures. If they do the Mechagodzilla angle, I'm like, okay. David asks, what was something you thought would be really hard when you're painting that turned out to be easy? I guess the consistency of the human characters. It was tough at the beginning, but it actually turned out to be... once I got into the flow, I could actually keep the characters looking how they look, if that makes sense. Like, Kate was a really big one. Like, I was like, oh god, how am I gonna do Kate? And actually, Kate's turned out to be one of the easiest characters to have be consistent. Yeah, I guess I'd say the humans, like, because I said this before in the past, but one of the main reasons I started making this series, one of the things that caused me to pursue this was my wife saying, like, I need to refine drawing humans better, because I draw dinosaurs all the time. And so I was like, okay, that's a good challenge. So then I was, like, worried about my humans, and so far they seem to be doing alright. I'm like getting my own style. I didn't want to, like, just have a style that, you know, I didn't want to just, like, imitate the anime style or anything like that, or just have it like a style that you've seen a million times before. I want it to have its own style. See, Westy's head is looking a bit big. Mikey says the Megaraptor biting John's arm was epic because I wasn't expecting it. I'm glad that got someone. E-Picking Edward says, when is Mecha Rose gonna appear? Oh, I don't know. Maybe the end shot of episode 4. Mecha Rose will rise up. Oh wait, I'm forgetting his bloody waistcoat. Dearie me. Legendary said, in my head it would be funny if Mechagodzilla is about to be killed by Kong, but let's say last words save Martha, then Godzilla talks back, why did you say that name? Everyone's been making that joke. That's a done meme now. That is a done meme. Never Not So Clever that says Rose's waifu. Mecha Rose would need her own series, legit, says Katie. Yeah. David asks, most obscure movie you've seen? I actually, one that jumps to mind is one of my favourite movies of all time, which I'm just going to go on a bit of a tangent about, actually, because I love this movie and I want to shed some more light on it. I want to get the poster up. So, oh, can I not get that picture? Oh, I can now. So one of my favourite movies of all time is this one, called Life as a House. Absolutely gorgeous movie. And you'll notice it has Hayden Christensen in it. And he did this film in between episode... I don't know, he did this in 2002, so he might have been in this before. Oh no, 2001, so he was in this just before doing Star Wars. And this is his best role, in my opinion. Let me see if I can get a picture of him up. He looks like this in the film. And the film, without going into too many spoilers, but it's got a very simple plot. The idea is this father is estranged from his son. Let me see if I can get a picture of him up. Kevin Kline, which is a brilliant role. Where is he? Wow, there you go. You got the good poster here. So you got this poster here, right? The father of Kevin Kline, he finds out he's living in this like really crap shack on the hills, on this side of this, on the seafront, like in this little suburban neighborhood, and everyone else lives in these luxury houses around him, but he lives in this crap hole house, and he's divorced from his wife, and he's estranged from his son, who's this like emo gothic guy who's like trying to commit suicide and all that sort of stuff. Well, he's not actually, like, he thinks he's cool for trying to, and or he's trying to commit suicide and fails. He likes taking drugs and all that sort of stuff, and then his father finds out he's got cancer, so then he forces his son to come and rebuild his house with him to try and rebuild their connection. And his son is having none of it, and it's just this absolutely gorgeous movie about family and what it means to forgive one another or learn to love each other and all that sort of stuff. And it's funny, and it's really, the drama's just good, and Hayden Christensen's really good in it. And I can see why he was probably cast to be Darth Vader because of his role in this. But yeah, it's a really good movie, and I don't want to say too much, but like, yeah, the plot is dad is dying of cancer. He's got 4 months to live, and he wants to rebuild his house before he dies with his son, and try and get his son to love him again. And it's just really good. I've got it on DVD. I want to get it on Blu-ray. Like, there's no dinosaurs. There's no there's no monsters or anything like that. But it's one of my favourite films of all time. It's definitely in my top 10. Okay. Alright, that'll do for Wesley's lines. Now, what did I think of that primal clip? Was that the one where the dinosaur just eats something? I wasn't really bothered by it, if I'm honest. Right, let's add the colour for Wesley. Oh, I really want to watch Life as a House now. I guess I could say, like, maybe I didn't even realise this, but like a lot of the inspiration for Hank and Victor's relationship in Dino-Defenders comes from Life as a House, in a way. It's quite similar in like what the characters are going through. Anyone got any theories about E750 in Camp Cretaceous Legendary? Now, I need to stipulate, I need to put a disclaimer. I know nothing about Camp Cretaceous, so my theory is that it's Trudon from Jurassic Park the game. So I'm not breaking any NDAs or anything because I have no idea about that series, but my prediction as a fan is that it's Trudon, because they released a Trudon Camp Cretaceous toy that like looks exactly the same coloration as the Jurassic Park the game one, and if it's anything like in Jurassic Park the game, then that's a dangerous animal, and if they think they've destroyed it, then that's why it's cryogenically frozen, because perhaps it's been frozen since 93 or whatever. But I could be completely wrong. I know what I'm going to title today's stream as well. I'm going to title today's stream Go Watch Life as a House. That's what it's going to be called. With a picture of Hayden Christensen in the thumbnail. Hayden Christensen's best role, best performance. Maybe that's what I'll title the stream as. Oh my god, in all caps. Oh my god, Hayden Christensen's best role. go watch Life as a House. Ooh, he's got skin-coloured eyes. There we go. I might actually go up in my attic later and get down Life as a House because I've got it. I've got a huge box of DVDs up in the attic just for space wise, and it's right near the edge. So if I need something, I can get it really easily. I might actually do that. I really want to watch it now. Thanks for that, David. You've got me craving to watch this film again. James says, make sure to update the thumbnail. You need Hayden Christensen with a wide open mouth, red circles and arrows. Yes. Thing is, live streams never really go viral. Unless like someone like PewDiePie does them or whatever. Like you need like a ridiculously huge audience for a video to go viral that's like a live stream. E-Picking Edward says, so is Mecha Rose in a mecha suit or a robot Rose? It's going to be a mecha Rose. She's going to be infused with robot parts. And she's going to have like one robot arm. She's going to have a mangled up robot, half human face. And she's going to start talking ridiculous robot language. Like that's what she's going to be saying. Robo Rose, says Katie. Yeah. Dr. Zoidberg. Can't remember how Dr. Zoidberg goes. Oh no, he goes like that classic Matt groaning sound that appears in all his things. Matt growling. Or this Treehouse of Horror Matt groaning, that's what they call him. Matt groaning. Okie dokes. Let's do this. Let's get this done. Come on, Wesley. Let's get you done. Wesley. Get your color on you. Get your lines done. Get you animated. Get you in the frame. Picking Edward says, so is Wesley going to have a clever girl reference? No. No. As far as I know from my own planning, I don't think there's really any further Jurassic references, like direct references to Jurassic in the show. I think we're done. I think the rest is all original stuff. But don't hold me to that, because something might happen. I'll be like, oh yeah, I forgot about that. Smile, you son of a bitch. Yeah, maybe he'll have one of those. No. No, all original, hopefully. Katie says, every time I see my snake peek out of her hide, she has a legit raptor face. It's all I can hear. Clever girl. Nice. What type of snake? I think you might have said in the past. Is it a rat snake or a python? What is it? I was going back through the last stream I uploaded because I just wanted to. I was trying to think of a title for it because we didn't really talk about anything specifically for a good amount of time for me to title the stream about that subject. So I ended up just naming it Kate and Greg Arrives or whatever. But while I was skimming through the episode, I heard my own voice, and I hate the sound of my own voice. Like. And it's funny because like there's what I'm now coining as a stream voice. Like people, you like almost project your voice like to people at the back, even though you've got a mic right here. So like when I talk to people in real life, I think I have a bit more of a softer voice, whereas my stream voice is like, oh yeah, all like this, like all over the place. I think I sound a little bit more obnoxious on stream than I probably otherwise do in person. But who knows, maybe I'm wrong about that. Alright, we're going to edit Wesley's lines now. A Stimson's python, which is about 120 centimetres or 3 foot for you. That's awesome. Stimson's python. Not a Simpsons python, it's not like a yellow python. But that's the trick with, you know, doing stuff and where you're recording your own voice and being kind of out in the public, is you kind of just have to bite the bullet and be like, look, no one likes the sound of their own voice unless they're like really weirdly into themselves. So you just kind of have to not think about it. Named Snook. It's a cute name. Now, as I've been editing videos for Clayton's new channel, I downloaded a new editing software, the Adobe editing software. So I'll actually be editing this frame in that. I don't know if I can show you guys that, but maybe I can. We will see. Does anyone in the chat want to answer Loon's question about my thoughts on Camp Cretaceous Season 2? I think I've said my opinion on that enough, I think, on streams in the past. Whoa, hello. That's on the layer below. What's going on here? What's going on here? How did I make this mistake? David, he hates it. Hate is a strong word. I wouldn't say I hate it. I just don't think it's... I think it's a fun series. I just think it's not hard canon. That's the thing. Even though, like, it's trying to be. It's very hard to take it as canon. So when people talk about it as hard canon, that's where I lose interest, because it's like, okay, there's so much stuff wrong with it. It can't really be considered hard canon. But the show's fun. Like, it's a fun cartoon, but it's nothing to be, like, sniffed at. As that phrase goes. Yeah, I especially love Ben versus Toro. It's funny though, because it's like the idea of Ben versus Toro I'm not against. It's the execution. It's like, I like the idea of him plucking up the courage to take on Toro, the thing from the first series, but the way it was handled was just so over the top. I love the Main Street situation. No. Oh, that's the worst. Time Server says animals usually have slit pupils because they're nocturnal. So does that mean the raptors are nocturnal, or at least crepuscular, except Jurassic Park 3? Maybe. I mean, we only see them at night in the Lost World, don't we? And in Jurassic Park, we do see that the raptors are operating during the day, but it's during low lighting, I guess, except for the ending, really. I don't know. It seems like they just designed the raptors to have slit eyeballs, not necessarily because they're meant to be nocturnal in the first film, but just because it looked cool. Just because it looked meaner than a pupil. Plus, it makes it different to the T-Rex, because the T-Rex has the round pupil, and that operates at night. So I don't think you can really like read into it too much. David says no, he loves it a lot. He thinks it's hard canon more than anything else. It's the only canon. The Camp Cretaceous has retconned the movies, all of them. The only canon, the hard canon thing that exists now is Camp Cretaceous Season 2, episode whatever it is, where Bumpy is with Ben. The episode where Ben and Bumpy burst out of that garage and he's putting the hand sanitizer on his hand at the same time as the explosion. That's the only hard canon piece of Jurassic content out there now. They retconned everything. Even Michael Crichton's books, like, his books are gone. Like, don't even think about his books. Just that one single shot of Ben and Bumpy. That's the only thing that's hard canon now. And also, they did this really interesting trick where they made it so nothing else can take that out of canon. So, like, it's completely solidified as the only thing that'll ever be canon ever again in Jurassic. So there you go. You heard it here first. Right, Wesley, we're going to have to do your eyes and your scars, and then do your damage. And then he has a potential new scar emerging right here. Okay, and then does he have... I think he has some damage on his clothes. Yeah, he has a ripped... he has his shoulder is all covered in stuff here. He has his elbows covered in God knows what. And then he has the tear in his arm here. We will just edit that. Krask says Wesley is gaining quite a lot of XP points during all of this. Yeah. I've just been informed that my nephew is watching. Hello, Charlie. That was 16 minutes ago, so hopefully he's still watching. We're drawing humans here, Charlie, so we're drawing some of my people who are in the show. We need to get rid of this one. Okay, so we've got Wesley and his gun. Let me just add some of the darkness on there. Okay, so now we cut Wesley out. Mites says Godzilla vs Kong hype. Yes, we're all very excited for Godzilla vs Kong. Just for some absolutely chaotic beatdowns. That's all we care about. Who cares about story or characters? Let's watch a giant monkey fight a giant lizard. So save this as Wesley Walk. Wesley Walk. And then we want Mia. No, Jess, sorry. And we'll save Jess. Save this as Jess Walk. Jess Walk. Okay, and now I'm just going to go back and move these guys. Jess, side, Mia, side. That's what I'm just saving everything as Wesley aside. Then we're going to just move those over into characters. Even though this file is called characters episode 3. It's like there's stuff from episode 4 in here. But right, so we want Mia next to Mia's section, so she can go down here. And then we want Wesley next to Wesley. Wesley side story. And then Jess side, where is she? Jess side can come down here. She can go there. It's a bit messy, but I'll sort that out at another time. Right, save that. Titan of Serpent says, your nephew watching Jurassic at the age of 6 is much braver than me when I was 6. There you go, Charlie, do you hear that? You're much braver than Titan of Serpents, who's watching. Friend of the channels, because you're watching Jurassic at the age of 6. Katie says, I was 6 in the cinemas when it premiered in 93, almost 7 actually, but when you love dinosaurs you just can't not watch. Exactly. Mum said, Katie, even Spielberg said his kids can't see this and I don't care. Yeah. Okay, so what we're going to do now is move over to the editing, but I'm actually going to open up my new editing software and then we will might actually be doing it already. Let me just see. Okay, properties. Wait, no, that's display capture. What do I want? Links, webcam, video. Oh, there you go. Let me add a new. Is it window capture? Yeah. Call it whatever that is. Okay, and then open this. Hopefully this should work. Yeah, okay, so you can start to see some of the edit here now. I'm just going to move the DDX logo over. So this is what I've been using to edit. So now what I need to do is add in Jess and Wesley. And we want Jess to be here. And we're just going to edit this now. She needs to be about there. Okay, and then at the end of the frame, Jess is going to be there, and then we basically see her scale. She's a bit too. I don't know. She seems alright, doesn't she? We'll up her scale just a little bit. Oh god. Okay. Hello, Facts and Theories. Welcome. We're all good. We're all good. So now, I think on this one you can actually see how I do the edit. So I need her to bob up and down like Mia. So here we will just add that. And then this one we will just up that. This is so much quicker as well than the other editing software that I use. But and you're probably not going to see much on this. Come on. So now she's going to start to bob like she's walking. Move that over. So now she's going to move down. Just has to be very subtle movements, just so it looks like she's walking through the jungle. Mish says, I wish HBO Max in the UK to watch the movie. I don't have the guts to go to the cinema to potentially get COVID. Yeah, I mean, if it's out in cinemas here in the UK, I'm going to go watch it there. Why does she do that? Why does she go back? That makes no sense. Maybe I need to get rid of that one. Thing is, in my work, because I'm a key worker, I work at a supermarket, which I picked up this job during the first lockdown, just so I've got some money coming in. Why does she do that? Why is there that jump? Maybe I need to keep her. She seems to zoom along. I don't know what that is. You know? Oh, it's because the horror. Oh no, I don't know. That's annoying. Picking over says COVID feels like the flu with the intensity of a cold as someone who has had it. Why isn't that? I want to know why she does that. She does this dip down really quickly. It's really annoying. Oh well, it kind of looks like she's stepping over something, so I can live with it. She's done it again. See, this is annoying. Right. Start again. I'm starting from here. I think that's the issue. I think the issue is she's moving too much. Maybe I just need to be a little bit more subtle with the movements. Again, what is with that? Why does she do that jump? You know what? If I just delete the... Yeah, if I just delete the horizontal movement one, that should help, because the camera's moving anyway, so it'll be like it's moving with Jess, and I can then add a little bit of a change to I knew this would be the thing that took the longest time. Down she goes. And then up she goes, and then down she goes, and then up she goes, and then down. Yeah, there's a lot of people watching today. It's nice. Right. Whoa, Jess, where are you going? Why did I just do that? It's because she's lagging behind. So here I need her to speed up a little bit. Oh. This is me like biting my tongue because it's like I said a minute ago, I was like, this is easier than the other one, and now I'm finding it really difficult. It's just that little jolt that she does. That's what's annoying me, but it's not too bad now. I guess I kind of fixed it. Okay, let's watch it back. I mean, I was zooming it along. Like, this frame is 20 seconds long. Her jump isn't too bad in this. Yeah, okay. And now what I need to do is do the effects and add a... That works. Video effects and then color correction, brightness and contrast. And so now we're going to start her in the dark and the contrast down. And then when she gets to the end, simply enough, she's going to be contrasted up. Perfect, right, now Wesley. Now I've got to add Wesley in. See you later, Facts and Furious. Enjoy walking your dog. So now we have to go through all that rigmarole all again. It's funny because I'm animating him and he's not even meant to be on the screen. Like, he's off screen at this point. Because I've got to crop this. Oh, I feel like you're going to see his bottom of his legs. They're not there. Sorry guys, I'm just concentrating on this over the chat. What kind of computer do you have? Asked David. I don't know, it's a custom build one. I built it with a friend of mine and he chose all the pieces. He's like a gamer who knows stuff and a computer wizard, I would say. A friend of mine called Dave who helped me out building this. I was like, I want something strong and powerful. Unlimited power! I wanted unlimited power for my computer. Okay, so we're just gonna stick him along. I mean, this might have worked pretty well straight away, actually. So Wesley walking. Let's just see how he looks. Right, he's now entering frame. Okay, that worked really well. Now let's add brightness and contrast to Wesley. And right at the beginning, he's going to be in the old dark. And then at the end, he is sort of not in the light as much as the others, but maybe the contrast. Maybe he'll just go to the base colour of what he was. Yeah. Okay, so now what we're going to do is save, because I don't want to do all that again. Legendary says, Walking with Dinosaurs 1999 is better than Jurassic Park for me. Look at that. That is an interesting opinion. I think they're too different to compare, really. One's a documentary and one's a movie. Now let's export media, and then we're going to save it as Jungle Walk uncropped. Sorry, just doing something quickly. Okay. Jungle Walk uncropped, and we'll save that. Okay, export. I don't know, you guys probably can't see these pop-up windows, but it's not going to take too long. And then we move on to the spoiler frame. While this is just rendering, I'm just going to quickly nip to the toilet, so I'll be like 2 seconds. Bear with me, everyone. Oh, I just noticed the camera is really high up. Let's move the mic up. There we go, that's better. That's better. Anyway, I'll be back in a second, guys. Alright, I am back. Hello. If my nephew Charlie is still watching, I was just going to bring up... where is it? Where is it? Can I refresh it? Yeah, here we go. So, we are back in Photoshop right now. Okay. Yeah, if we open up... Okay, save. Because this here is Charlie's Megaraptor. Look at that. Look at that. There's his artwork. Just figured we'd bring it up. It's awesome. Look at that. Keep practicing your art, Charlie, and then you'll just get better. You can't get worse. It's impossible to get worse when you practice artwork. And you keep going. But there you go. Age 6, Charlie's Megaraptor. Look at that. And there's mine, which my sister wrote aged 32, but I actually drew that when I was age 31, cat. So you've got to get that right. But no, yeah, there it is. I thought I'd bring that up. But yes, so let's close that. Now what I need to do is go back to the editing software. Close this. Open up. No, not that. Open up Video Pad, and then I'm going to add the frame we just did. Which, what did I save it as again? It was Jungle Walk Uncropped. Okay, just test that it works. Yep. So we're going to bung that in here. Get the frame edge going. Bear with me. Looks like we're going to spend the last hour working on the spoiler frame. So now if I crop the image to where is it? Crop it to there, crop it to there. It should automatically resize it, hopefully. No? Why is it not doing it now? Maybe if I get motion on it. There you go. So now it's like tiny, but that's because it's cropped it. It's cropped it, but it's still using the long length, but now it's fitting to the size, excuse me, of the frame edge. So now all I need to do is up the scale and make it fit the edges like so, and then we should, it's going to look really blurry on the screen there, but let me export it. Episode 4. I'm going to save it as oh god, what should we call it? I'm going to call it X16. I'll try and do it in 2K. So I'm now going to like save it. Time of Serp says, I was reading some more of The Making of the Lost World and just how they describe the power of the animatronics, probably almost as powerful as the actual animals themselves. It's amazing how they used one of the T-Rexes to actually tear open Eddie Carr's car. Yeah. Katie says, your toy line would be amazing if it ever happens, Jack. And then Titan of Serpent says, a Dimetrodon toy with lights in the sail. When you press the button, the Fizz Milk logo appears. Yeah, exactly. And Charlie, I was showing my nephew Charlie the series the other day, and he saw the bit where the cat picture appeared on the Dimetrodon. I showed him that bit. Okay, so now if we go back over into Photoshop and here, and open up the file I just did, hopefully this has worked. Okay, so let's see, has it worked? This is the moment where I'm going to find out that you see the bottom of their legs and there's like a gap. No. Oh, Jess's legs look a bit long at the end there, but that works. That works for me. Or actually, maybe even better, I can slowly zoom in. Okay, I'll do one more thing and then we're going to move on to the next frame. And yeah, so I'll close that. Close all this. Don't need this anymore. Don't need this anymore. Move back over to editing. So what we want to do is have it slowly zoom in. So we're going to have it like start there, and then by the end of the frame we're going to just up the scale a little bit. It's just so maybe Jess's legs, we don't see the like the bottom of her legs looking really long. Okay, export that video file now. Big Shug says, I'm definitely going to make a Tanny custom. Nice. Okay, 2K frames. Save it again as X16. I'll just literally overwrite it. Now hopefully this will work. Oh no, I'm accidentally opening Adobe Premiere Pro again. No! Cancel! Cancel the upload. Don't want that. Okay. Now let's go back to Photoshop and open up what we just did. And hopefully that'll be done now. So they're walking along. My fit screen. Yeah, it's slowly zooming in as well. So it should just cover a bit of the yeah, that works. Okay, that'll do for that. Alright, what I need to do now is just move over to... I'm just going to move back over to the editing one while I sort out Photoshop. Open up the frame I need. Okay, we're going to do this. I'm going to close that. Close the editing software. Discard. Big Shug says, I'm definitely going to make a custom Tanistropheus. Nice. Okay, now let's move over to Photoshop. And now what I'm going to do, and I apologise to everyone because I'm going to be dealing with a big secret in this frame. I'll sort this camera out. What's it doing? It's flopping about all over the place. Okay. No, now it's too high. There we go. It's got to be dead centre, that's the thing. It's got to be professional. Right, what we're going to do is with blur. This is going to be super blurry. And also add a spoiler warning. And I apologise to everyone who can't see what's going on, but that's because it's going to be a big spoiler. So hopefully now I can edit this with ease. Right, let's do what we usually do. I've been so excited to get to this moment in the series. You wouldn't believe. You wouldn't believe. So I am drawing. For those of you who haven't seen these kind of streams before, it's like I'm working on such a secret thing for the cartoon that I have to blur it, so I can actually still work on it, but I don't reveal what's actually being worked on. Which might be kind of annoying, but if it does get annoying, you can just say, put something else up, like a video or something, and we could talk over it. But yeah, this is all very crucial now. It's funny because I did the watercolor for this background so long ago now. It was before Daphne was born. So I believe it was in the first lockdown, actually. I worked on this. Mikey asks, have you got more real skies to edit in? I like how you do that. Oh yeah, every time you see the sky, I'm going to do like real skies. Oh yeah, I got plenty of those. Someone beeped their horn outside. Who is that? No one I know. It's also funny because obviously I can't say what I'm working on, but the level of detail that I'm going to have to add into these frames is just ridiculous. Katie says Robo Rose out there beeping. Beep bop beep 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 bop bop. Beep bop beep beep beep. Mecha Rose. I have a sneaking suspicion I might be on this background for some time with the detail. I don't know if I'm going to get it done all today. But we'll see. We've got an hour. We've got an hour of the stream left, so 1 hour remains before I have to go. We can see how much I get done in an hour. Obviously, it's a bit awkward because, like, I'm saying we'll see how much we get done, but you guys can't really see it. It's like all blurred. I'm sorry. Gotta preserve those spoilers. Even looks detailed blurred, so it's got to be intricate, says Katie. Oh yeah. This is one of those backgrounds as well that I like basically I'll probably, once Dino-Defenders is all said and done, I'll probably sell some of the backgrounds or do a competition where someone can win some of the backgrounds, and this will be one of them, I think. Like, I like the idea of framing a background and then sending it off, or sending it, like, laminating it and then sending it off to people signed or whatever. If they wanted it signed, I don't know. I don't really do autographs, but if they wanted it signed, then I would do it. But how has your D&D game been going? Says Never Not So Clever at This. And then Big Chuck says, yeah, Jack, how is the old D&D? I haven't really played it. We haven't really had the chance to play it because of COVID. We tried to have a game over Zoom, but it didn't quite work out, I think, as well as we hoped, because, you know, you've got all this people talk over each other and stuff. So I think we're just waiting for it to ease up. But that said, for Christmas, I'll see if I can show you this actually just quickly. For my Christmas, my friend Will, our dungeon master, whatever you want to call it, he made us figures of our characters. So I know you can't really see it, but this is mine. Lizard Man. I wonder if I can focus it. Oh, I don't know if I can. I don't think it's auto-focused. And then he made my wife like this, and they're really detailed. And then he even made a little bonus one for baby Daphne, a little dragon with the colours of each of these characters. So we actually have models of our characters, which is really cool. And we have them on a bit of wood sat on our fireplace like this. So it's like, that's on our mantelpiece over here. Let's move me back out of the way. Right, let me get back to work. God, there's going to be so many layers in this one. Oh my word. Where do we even begin? Okay. I liken this shot to, you know, the shot of the petri dish you see when the helicopter comes down for the first time and there's all that detail. I'm likening it to that. Are they made from Hero Forge, says Big Shark. I have no idea. I don't know. I haven't asked my friend how he made them. It probably likely that that's the case. Does the dam power the petri dish? Says Never Not So Clever at This. No, it basically it provides. Basically, they had to build the dam to stop the river. Essentially, where the petri dish sits, there used to be a large body of water, and they had to drain it and build this dam some ways off to curb the flow of water. And they also used the dam as a way of making the water less filthy, so then they can have filter the water, so then they can have more fresh water, not entirely fresh, but fresh water to the petri dish. But it's basically just to control that flow of the water that was originally coming down that waterfall. Never Not So Clever at This says, is the waterfall a containment measure? I'm flood the area. I'm not saying anything. Maybe my reaction is giving away too much. Legendary says, I've never played D&D or ever board games like Warhammer, but my brother plays board games and Yu-Gi-Oh cards all the time. Never could understand about these games. D&D is the most fun. It's just all in your imagination. As long as you don't really need anything for Dungeons and Dragons except for a pair of dice and your imagination. We don't actually, for Dungeons and Dragons, we don't actually use those characters, those little miniature figures I held up. They are just, they were just for fun. There's no. I mean, my friend Will, he does have a board and stuff that when we do meet up, we can put those figures on and move them around. But you don't need any of that. You just need your imagination. What are we doing now? Okay. Big Shuck says, I heard Alien got its own D&D adventure. Yes, it did. My friend Ross has it, and we did, over Discord one time, play a game of it. And I was saying how I'd love to host a stream, like a live stream of us playing it, and you guys will have the board up on the screen and all that sort of stuff, so you guys could actually watch along. But we haven't actually got around to organising it properly, and obviously over the course of the year things have changed. But organising that sort of stuff is quite hard, but I'd love to do that, like actually set a weekly game where we all, you know, stream a game and you guys can follow the story along and stuff. Maybe that's something to think about for the future. Gary85 says, what's D&D again? Dungeons and Dragons. Dungeons and Dragons. Basically a game where you say you're in this mythical world, or whatever world you want. It could be anywhere, it could be real life, and you have a set of dice, well, not actual real life, but, and then you're like, you roll the dice when you want to do something. Like I want to, I don't know, fight this monster, and then you roll, and if you're closer to 20, like there's a sheet that tells you like what happens if, or like what could potentially happen if you roll like 2 dice and you get a what is it? Like if you get a 1, you completely fail. Anything like below 10 really is not good, and then anything above 10 depends on what your skill sets are as your like class of monster that you pick or whatever. But you know, you can just play it as like, if you go above 10 then you complete your task or whatever. I don't know, it's just simple like that really. It does get more complicated, but you know, I'm not going to spend all stream trying to explain it. You have to check your initiatives and all that sort of stuff. Okay, right, I've got this layer done. On this layer as well, I want to edit. Save that. Okay. Yeah. This layer is like a whole new kettle of fish for me. Okay, right, so now we can kind of blur. so I'm going to sort the lighting out first. Let me pick what colour I want the sky to be. No, I haven't seen that Dracula show. Big Chuck says, looks like a mountain in the background. Big old fiery mountain. I don't know. I'm not saying anything. Which sky do I want? This one's quite cool. See you later, Big Chuck. Thank you very much for tuning in. Thanks for the tip again. Most kind of you. Every week. You're such a star. By largest shark. Some detail over here. Still thinking about Life as a House, if I'm honest. I just off in my head thinking how much I like that movie. See you later, Legendary. Thank you very much for popping by. Well, something was... The high chair for the baby just fell over. Must have been slowly slipping down the entire stream. Okay, and just going to change some of the lighting here. Dino-Defenders says, what was with the big Discord change, by the way? Because someone lovingly went and made me a Pterodome 3000 Discord, and it had its own unique emojis, which I didn't have in the other one. So I wanted to change the Discord group to the Pterodome one, because even though it was called a Jurassic Fans one, it was really like about this channel. Like, people were talking about Dino-Defenders and stuff, and I don't know, it just didn't feel correct to keep it with the Jurassic Park name. And plus, this person made this much better server, and now I have all these abilities on it as a moderator and all that sort of stuff, so I can help with making custom emojis and all that sort of stuff for you guys to use. If you want to join the Discord, it's the link's in the description down below, by the way, if you haven't joined already. Okay, let me just change the... no, I haven't seen Criminal Minds, David. Mm-hmm. Okay. Just tweaking little bits here and there, because like I said, it's quite a dynamic shot, so it's like I'm just trying to work out what the depth of field's going to be, what the lighting's going to be. Speaking of which, actually, I do just want to open up this one and just throw this frame in there. It's quite nice actually. Ooh, there we go. That's a bit too... Convert that to a smart object. I'm going to change the colour. Yeah, maybe I need to like blur just a little bit in the background, not the whole background. That's better. Alright. Just want to tweak this detail here. Okay, now get a brighter colour. Gary Fife asks, how old is Jess, by the way? In her 20s. It's another thing, like age is. I don't really like put what their age is because there's no real need for it story-wise. But yeah, she's in her 20s. Never Not So Clever. This says, have you found any more Crichton talks out in the wild? Yes, there's a few I could probably stream in the future. I didn't want to do one for this stream. But yes, I have found some others. Favourite Ben Kingsley movie? Asked David. Exodus, Gods and Kings. Is it Gods and Kings? The Ridley Scott film about Exodus. Exodus, Gods and Kings. That's really a film with Ben Kingsley in it. It's not like the focus or anything. I haven't seen like Sexy Beast or anything like the films that like he's a main character in. Oh, it's actually better. What is your favourite segment of British English history? Asks Never Not So Clever at This. Don't know, I've never really thought about it. Today? I don't know. I've never really given it thought of like which one's my favourite. I like medieval times. Fascinating, I guess. I did buy a book that are all the King Arthur stories the other day, which I'm excited to dive into. The American Revolution. Yeah. It is the British way, says Gary Pfeiffer. So I'm adding all tiny little bits of foliage and God knows what else to this thing I'm doing, and it's just, there's a lot of details, so it's just going to take a fair while to do. What are your thoughts on No Country for Old Men, Jack? Says David. Good film. Very good film. Great villain, great story. Reminds me of the Terminator. Like if you remade Terminator 1, they should do it. Well, it could have been called No Country for Old Men. That's what, when I was a teenager watching it, I always thought like, hey, this could be like a Terminator remake if you just reveal at the end that what's his face, Anton Chigurh, is a Terminator. But obviously, you'd have to cut out the whole flipping the coin. Unless there's like a new algorithm that the Terminators have. For people, if they're not hunting a specific person, they flip a coin to see if they're going to kill them. But I don't know, Terminator's cooler when it doesn't care and it just kills anyone. I'm actually going to open up a file of jungle trees. I need a palm. Beep 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 beep. Never not so clever. This says, Jack, you've been put in charge of a children's animated show for the Deep Blue Sea franchise. What's the arc and the cliffhanger for season 1? Okay, so a animated children's show for Deep Blue Sea. Ugh, that's such a specific thing. You like to put me on the spot. Okay, I have an idea. There's a big boat. It's the size. It's a ridiculously big boat. And it's got a hole in the middle that has a tank of seawater, or like a net underneath it, like a metal net, and they've got all the sharks there, and they are studying the brain, the charges in the brain, to make the sharks do stuff like they can open electronic gates with their minds just by thinking. And then someone decides to put laser beams on their head, and then these sharks sink the boat, and as it's sinking, obviously the floors of the boat out in the middle of the ocean start filling with water, and the sharks go around, they got lasers on their heads going. And the cliffhanger for season 1 is they realise that in a secret holding tank on the boat there is a megalodon, and it has a nuclear warhead strapped to its head. There you go. That's my Deep Blue Sea series cartoon. Effing Mel. Okay. Thank you for the $5 tip, Never Not Clippers. Thank you for humouring my ridiculous questions. Here's some tea money. Cheers, man. Thank you very much. Do you already have an ending in mind for episode 5 of Dino-Defenders Extreme, Jack? Yes, I do. It's just getting to that ending is still a little bit. I've still got to work some things out, but it's completely doable. It's just getting a certain character from point A to point B. That's what I'm trying to work out, the motive, but it's doable. Hello, Dratini. He says, good morning. Well, hello. You've arrived for the last 10 minutes of the stream. Glad you can make it, though. Better late than never. Better late than never. Okay, top layer, top layer. You know, I'm going to start down here. Ooh, that's too big. It never says it's only going to get easier, Jack. You're also getting more efficient with your effort. Yes, well, I mean, yeah, it is getting easier. It's just once I'm past episode 4, like I've got all the spoilers out of the way, like of what's happening, and then it's just getting to where I want the thing to end. So basically, I'm freed up to do anything really. Whereas I've been kind of constrained to the story that I have in mind for episodes 1, 2, 3, and 4. But episode 5 is like a kind of free-for-all. I'm like, okay, all I have to do is get these characters to a certain place. And how that happens and why is the only difficult thing. But everything else in between is like, okay, what characters die, what characters live, all that sort of stuff. That's already ready to go and all that sort of stuff. It's like, okay, it's just going to be fun. Hello Derek, how are we doing? He asks how's it going. It's going good. Have you got any computer crashes you're making this? I've had several, but nothing too... I back up everything, so I've never... Well, the only time I've ever lost stuff for Dino-Defenders was my own fault. I deleted a load of stuff by accident for episode 1. I think I said this last time, and that was a bit annoying, but I swear I've seen them somewhere, and I had a look, but I still can't find the files. Hello Robert, he says, alright Jack, will you be making any more film commentaries? I've really enjoyed watching along with you guys. I plan on doing film commentaries just once I've got more time to do them. At the moment I don't really have time to sit down. Although, saying that, myself and Clayton, we recorded a commentary for a certain something for his Dragon Curve channel last night. Was it last night or the night before? No, night before last. Which should be coming out in the near future. So if you go to his Dragon Curve channel, me and him sit down and watch something and do a little commentary to make a video for that channel. But it's nothing like the extent of what we did when the first lockdown was going and I had all the time in the world to do commentaries. I will get back onto them one day. I will do, I promise, because I really enjoy making them and I want to do more. Hello Matt, he says, hi there, how you doing? It's going good. Gary says, I know you wanted to put baryonyx in this show, but couldn't. I put one of my unfinished portraits in if it makes you feel better. Yeah, I can put a picture of a baryonyx in the show if you want to send me something. Why not? Oh, I animated the 14 Tanistrophes the other day. Never not so clever at this. Never not so clever at this. I might need to start shortening people's names. I'm going to start calling you Never. 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 Okay. Ah, bugger. Well, you know what? Easier if I just do this. Matt says, my beloved Jack, I just wanted to let you know that I'm in the process of watching season 1 of Primal, and I must say it's an incredibly good series until episode 5. That one's kind of terrible. Yeah, I know the one you mean. I love episode 5. It's just insane. You can call me A. Ow. Ow. I didn't see that. Like, my eyes blurred the exclamation mark and the L together. See you later, Derek. Davis has called me Q. If I call you Q, this channel might get taken off YouTube. Okay, I'm gonna copy that. Okay, I'm probably going to have to stop here. And continue with this off stream. I might just quickly add a gradient overlay on the sky because I want to have a bit of blue there. A darker blue. Yeah, that's good. Yeah, I'm going to have to stop here. And then I will be back next week working on this blurry image that you can see below. Maybe even another blurry image, but I predict the next few streams are going to be full of blurry images and maybe a video over the top while I work on this sort of stuff. But anyway, guys, I really hope you've enjoyed today's stream. Thank you, Big Shark and Never Not So Clever This, for the tips again. And I will see you guys next week. Stay safe and go watch Life as a House. Great movie. Bye. Go watch Life as a House.